Ah, damn it. I was hoping to catch Ikifu singing. Hi, how you doing?
Yes.
He was
I'm fine. Wait,
dancing,
shit.
Well then.
Party.
They're dancing. We got Rizalka, we got Ikifu, we got Grundislav, we got Avuzal, and we got Summer. We got a full house today, everybody.
Yay!
Yay.
Siriar
Ah,
says,
so
why
full.
am I enthusiast? I can't explain. We may never know. We may never know.
I'm so tired.
So how's everybody doing?
Aw,
Tired.
I'm alright.
Other than tired.
I'm okay. Busy day.
I'm invigorated from what we were just testing.
Yes. That's good.
Also, apologies to those of you that clicked on the link that Summer left.
What? You're saying it's my fault?
You're the one that
Wasn't
put
my
it
fault
in
that
there.
Yes.
It wasn't my fault that there was miscommunication.
Uh-oh.
No,
Excuse me.
It was. It was
This is a
diagnosed.
great start.
Wait,
For those of you who don't know, Francisco's heater is haunted, and will go off at random times.
Oh, is it? It's wailing again, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, it's that thing.
Hello.
I thought it was the thing that looked like a diving helmet that it was his heater.
No,
That
no,
I
no,
understand
no,
making all sorts of noises.
That's not true. He's not doing anything anymore. He just hangs around.
That used to be R2D2 used to be the heater,
Wow.
and that's the water heater next to it. But that's the actual train heater that's making the noises. Also, I got a new
Train
webcam which
heater.
spins, so look at my cool
Ooh.
Dungeon.
my basement dungeon and all my big box games.
Ooh, nice.
Other things.
Ooh.
And the
Look
skull.
at your
And your
fancy
printer.
basement dungeon.
And my printer, yes.
Oh yeah,
And your
printer.
bright
And your-
Oh yeah, print me like one of your French girls.
Hmm. Anyway, let me view it again.
Rejected
While you
early
all do
draft
your
of
pre-
that line. All right, so yeah, to start off, a bit of good news. We're doing something a little bit different with this show. As for our main talking point later in the show, or talking points, depending on the situation, we're letting you guys in the chat decide that. So any little quick topics you might want us to talk about, or any questions for any of us on the panel, put it in the chat and tag me in it. Gemini does games, not YAR Stream. Tag me specifically so that I can see it easily on here, and I will try and keep a vigilant watch on them. And yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Summer has Iron Brew. Are you surprised?
Yeah.
Don't let him fool you. Francisco does not. That can isn't it? That can is empty. At least Gordon is. All right, you show offs. Fine. I don't have Iron Brew.
Neither do
Are
I.
you happy now?
Yes.
All right. That's the good news. But as we move into the news, some less good news, I suppose we kind of have to mention it, even though we don't really want to, but it is kind of the elephant in YouTube at the moment, and that is all the bullshit going on with Kappa. Just thought we'd give you a quick update on what's going on with really our individual channels and YAR as well. I know some of us essentially no longer have a YouTube channel thanks to Kappa.
I don't know who that could be.
Yeah.
I don't know who that could be at all.
But yeah, seriously, has it? Oh, speaking of, Dan's asking about it right now. What are your thoughts about the FTC Kappa thing and YouTube going on the fritz again? Also, doesn't it sound like a 19th? Yeah, that joke hasn't been made before. But yeah, has it affected anybody other than me in a major way?
I mean, like, at this moment, I think anything that anyone's going to say is kind of reactionary. It's going to have to be worked out before the end of the year, which is when it's all supposed to be taking effect. January, I think they said.
Yeah,
but
January 1st.
basically, YouTube will, like, the amount of content on YouTube is going to tank, so YouTube's going to have to sort it out, otherwise they're going to lose a lot of money, more than the fine would have been, so I ain't worried.
I mean,
But,
that fine is nothing to them. Let's face
To
it.
them, no.
Yeah.
To creators.
Yeah.
No, to creators, yeah, that's like it's a death sentence for
But well,
quite
the
a
thing
few
is,
of us.
I'm
although,
seeing a lot more videos now that's making it less likely that, you know, just individual small creators like us here have anything to worry about from the fines.
Yeah.
It's more just absolutely egregious offenders of COPPA, people that are actually going out of their way to violate the law, that are really in danger.
Which
people
is
like
collecting
us are fine.
information on children.
Yeah,
Which
but I mean,
none
either
of us
way,
are.
like there. You watch the videos on YouTube on the subject. There's a lot of back and forth going on about what COPPA will or won't affect, whose fault it is, whether it's YouTube or FTC or what have you. As far as my opinion goes, either way you look at it, it's YouTube's fault. Because, like, if, as we were first fearing, it was a case of the FTC is going to come in and fine everybody who doesn't mark their videos as for kids and they think it is, then, you know, I blame YouTube for, like, flagrantly disregarding COPPA to such an extent that this whole thing is necessary. But if, as I said, I'm now starting to suspect with a lot of the videos that are coming out recently, that is not the case, and COPPA is not going after everybody, then I still blame YouTube for being so vague with the details as to cause such a massive state of panic that has made a whole shit ton of smaller channels want to jump ship, as I have done.
Yeah, exactly.
Which I'll get more into that in the plugs later in the show. But yeah, either way, once again, YouTube fucking up. Who's surprised? Something wrong with my face?
Not just fucking up, but bad at communication as well.
Yeah, exactly. They really need to clarify the situation. Yeah.
And I think they will before it all takes into effect.
I
hope
unlisted
so.
all my videos just to be on the safe side, but then again, I'm not a YouTuber, so nothing was really important. So
I had one example, which was Mavis Beacon Teaches Typing for Kids, in which I'd named my profile Tit Meat. So yeah, easily
But then
easy
again,
to say
so
that's not for kids.
The thing is that the COPA's not actually going after the content; it's going after collecting information on children, which is the thing that is not supposed to be happening. But the fact that that video has tit meat in it says to me that that's never going to be for kids. It's kind of like, what's it called?
Yeah, but you don't know that from the outset when you're going to click on it. And somebody did comment on that, complaining about my language. They hadn't even got to the profile name at that point. They clicked off and was like, it's probably for the best.
See, this is why I use bit facade, because no one knows that it means bitch facade, or bitch face. But what's it called? Because like a lot of the videos I do that are edutainment, they're more from like, you know, like these are things that I've played and let me talk about it as an adult now playing these games, rather than this is what I want children to understand about this game. It's like, I'm an adult, you're an adult, let's talk about this ridiculous game as adults.
Yeah.
But how do you convey that in a split second?
Yeah.
Like,
Either way, I
honestly,
just added
someone answer that for me. I
adult
need
content wording to my thumbnail. That's what
But,
I've done
yeah.
on that one.
Yeah.
COPPA has come in and caused a whole bunch of panic for really no reason. Or really YouTube has caused a panic for no reason. So, yeah.
Or a really,
That's fun.
really, really dumb reason.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, that's our take on COPPA. We're moving on. So, thanks to our good buddy The Wanderer, who sadly is not with us today, but he's
No.
off celebrating a birthday, I do believe.
His girlfriend.
His
Yeah.
girlfriend's birthday. But he recently gifted me with a copy of Real Mist Masterpiece Edition, which is the version I wanted to play originally when I did my whole Mist Let's Play series. Played through it real quick, and I liked it. There were, some... well, obviously there was a major graphical update. It was 3D rather than 2D, but there were little bits and pieces that I liked, like you could see the giant stone ship under the water at the dock where you start out, and things like that. The thing that kind of shocked me the most about it was the guy that played Atris, Rand Miller, sounded like he was just kind of phoning it in. Like he recorded new video as Atris, which that was the only new video recorded for it. The Cirrus and Akanar bits were just from the original game. But yeah, this game in particular, he sounded like he didn't want to be there. But other than that, I liked it. I still wish it wasn't, so damn expensive when compared to the other games. But
Yeah.
Not to mention the fact that it's the only way you can experience that now.
Yeah, I was going to say, speaking of Myst and Real Myst, the regular versions of Myst and Real Myst, or really just a regular version of Real Myst, because now that I think of it, I can't remember if regular Myst was ever on GOG or Steam. But the point is, there used to be Myst Masterpiece Edition and Real Myst Masterpiece available on GOG and Steam. But recently, Myst, if it was ever there, and Real Myst, the regular versions, have been taken off the storefronts, which that in and of itself is not unusual. That happens all the time with digital storefronts. But there is a possibility that if you had those games in your library, guess what? Now you don't. I had at least one person, Pickle Dog, over on my Discord, explained that for whatever reason, since the change, those games have now disappeared from his library. So check your library if you have the games, and make sure they're still there. And if they're not, I guess send a ticket into GOG or whatever. But,
Yeah, but either one
it's
is
like
possible
usually
because
what-
Pickle Dog's reporting that as a problem, and yet it's still available on mine. So
yeah,
it's
that's
a
what
bit
I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's a possible
Yeah.
problem. I don't know.
So what you're
It's one of
saying
those
is
things-
check to make sure that the games are not missed.
Don't.
But no, because usually what happens with storefronts when they take games off their store, they still leave a copy for the people that have bought it to be able to,
Yeah.
re-download it. So that seems odd, unless there's actually specifically something in the government's, edict, like a game is banned. Then they might be able to ban redistribution, even if it's something you own. But then you just basically go to them and say, "Look, money back, please, because you took game back from me."
I mean,
Yeah.
there's a reason
Or
you can't
what
buy a
happened to-
digital version of the Guy game.
Yeah, but like, what's it called? For some reason, I'm just reminded of the first time that I tried to do a refund on Steam, for the game. I think it was the first Templar. It was pretty shit, but basically, the entire storefront was a completely different game from what actually came out. So I went back to Steam and I was like, "No, can I have my money back?" They gave me my money back, but still left me with the game.
So
So,
they paid you
I don't-
for the game, essentially.
They paid me for the game. I haven't played it since, but still.
No,
Oh,
but I'll
gosh.
take a copy if you give me 2 pieces of 8.
Yes.
Okay, seems fair.
Yeah.
And it's a surprisingly common thing as well, where a shiny new version of a game is coming out, and so they just go ahead and delist the old version.
Yeah.
Which, that's going to be great for people who, want the original version rather than shiny new one. Duke Nukem 3D did that. Simon the Sorcerer did that as well. I think Seventh
Yeah.
Guest is in the same boat.
Right.
That's
a bit weird.
impossible.
And to be fair, in the case of Simon
I'll
the
shut up.
Sorcerer and Seventh Guest, you can play the original one. Simon the Sorcerer by chucking the files into ScumVM, or Seventh Guest, they literally have a free DLC you can download, which is again Seventh Guest and ScumVM, but they provide that to you. But yeah, it's just never quite sat right with me, because if people just want the original one, you're not giving it to them. In fact, you're making them pay extra for stuff they don't want in order to get that. And I just think
Yeah,
that's a
and-
bit smelly.
Even
Sometimes.
even if the original game is still included with the remake or remaster or whatever, it's still making it harder for people to play the original game, putting up extra barriers, which is not really what you want.
It's like when they reboot games and they give it the same name as the original.
Yeah. That doesn't help at all.
Or consoles, for that matter.
Just makes things confusing.
Yeah.
Uh,
Xbox One. Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, you want to get into that? Microsoft releasing Surface, big ass touchscreen table. Then they released the tablet PC Surface, and they renamed the old one to Pixel Sense. And then the Surface, one of the newer ones, gets a special type of screen. And guess what? That was called Pixel Sense.
That doesn't make any pixel sense.
It does not. They're bad for it, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I bet
I'm just going to
Gemini's like,
apologize for
"Please."
this whole show at this point.
No, Gemini's just praying that my heater turns on.
Yes.
Please be cold. Please be cold.
Can we just send a blizzard down to
Yeah.
to Grundy?
Oh, come on.
There's a
It's
movie about
fun.
All right.
I refuse to give puns the time of day. All right. So, speaking of moving on to things that actually are fun, we did I say we, I wasn't there, but the Stop Dying Steve stream marathon happened just recently. What was that? Saturday? This past Saturday?
That was
Yep.
last weekend, yeah.
Yeah.
This past Saturday.
Saturday.
Almost a week today.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that was obviously a lot
Well,
of
off
fun.
by one day.
Look, it's summer
But-
playing Quest for Infamy.
No, it's not.
Look, it's Trolls playing 7 Mechs. Ah, memories.
The memories.
Who's that?
Oh,
fucker?
God.
Memories.
Kill it with fire.
But yeah, one thing you'll
watch
notice
out
through
for
all
the
these
man.
clips is that bar at
Is
the
this
bottom
correct?
growing steadily and steadily over to the right, and by the end we managed to raise, again, I say we, I wasn't there, but they managed to raise well over $1,600 for good old Stephen Alexander, and thank you so much to everybody that donated and made that possible. I know Steve appreciates it, and Steve even stopped by at one point during the stream, which was especially funny for this bit right here, when you consider the newspaper headlines there.
The town, you see, was called
Yes,
Steve's
I think we get it.
Yes.
But yeah, $1,600, well over, I think, raised during that stream. So again, thank you to everybody. And I believe we are taking feedback as to any improvements that could be made to future stream marathons. So if you have any ideas, be sure and let us know either on Twitter or on the YAR Discord, the link for which I feel fairly certain, like maybe 85% certain, that the link will be appearing in the chat at some point during this stream, I bet.
I'll be putting it there right now.
Anyway,
It's happening. It's happening.
and speaking of Stephen Alexander, somehow, through all his fucked up kidney shenanigans, the man, the powerhouse of a man, has found time to develop another game. There's the trailer for it right there. It's Frog Sheen. And as you can see, it is a retro style platformer. Very, very reminiscent, at least in my opinion, of like maybe a slightly more colorful Super Mario Brothers 2.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I'm liking it. I'm looking forward to it. Did I hear there was a demo out somewhere, or am I
Yep.
going crazy? There is a demo out. Okay.
There's a demo.
Yep.
I probably should have looked for the link for that, but yeah, you can probably find it, or just look for Infamous Quests on Twitter. It'll probably be there somewhere.
Yeah, it's linked
Yeah.
on Twitter.
It is linked on his Twitter. Oh, good. I'm not as ill prepared as I thought. So
I
yeah,
like this one monster who gets hit in the head and he just goes, "Rrr."
yeah. I guess that's
Yeah,
supposed to be the
yes.
equivalent
There
of
he
Birdo.
Looks like a really fun version of Super Mario Bros. 2. And also, for those who may be wondering, next to Frog Sheen, Infamous Quest is still working on Quest for Infamy Road to Ruin and the other adventure game that they have.
That would be the Fortress of Fire, which is what's it called?
Order of the
what's the-
Thorn.
Yeah, Order of the Thorn Part 2.
Yeah. So those are still being worked on as well. Actually, Road to Ruin is pretty close to completion. Still needs.
I
a
mean,
bit
it's
of
been
work,
pretty
but
close to completion for a while now, but
Yeah. Hopefully,
I
out
think
next
it
year,
needs
maybe.
audio, so yeah.
Yeah, voice acting. Yeah.
So yeah, Frog Sheen
okay.
coming out at some point. Look forward to that. Something else new, well, sort of semi-new. The game is already out, but there is now a modding update for it, and that is Hypnospace Outlaw. That's got an all-new modding update. Let me find the website for it.
Yeah.
But, so yeah, if you didn't think, where is the folder? There it is. You
So
didn't
pretty-
think
so-
that game was complicated enough? Take a
Well,
look at
pretty
all
much,
this.
Hypnospace story had a whole story, and like the GeoCities ish web pages built into it, and now you can pretty much make all of that your own. You can make your own story, your own assignments that you get, your own viruses, everything. You can pretty much create a whole new Hypnospace Outlaw game within it. So yeah, it looks very cool, and I'm going to be showing it off together with Jay Tolan, the Hypnospace Outlaw creator, during the Adventure Game Showcase marathon stream December 14 and 15.
Oh, sorry. Brought up my OBS for no reason.
Yeah,
But anyway,
nice
yeah,
little
this is
segue
the
into our next charity marathon.
yeah, this is the website you can get the mod from. It is hypnospace.mod.io/guides. And yeah, you got a basic modding guide here. Even got some errors that you might run into. Scripting manual. It looks very user friendly from first glance.
Hmm. There's also a Hypnospace Outlaw Discord server where it's being discussed heavily right now, and people are like asking info about the modding and helping each other out. So if you're interested in it, go check it out there.
Alrighty. And I think the last bit of news we got, speaking of Xbox, regards a game coming out made by the same people that did Life is Strange. It's called Tell Me Why. No reason in particular. But yeah, there's the trailer for it there. And yeah, again, made by the same people that did Life is Strange. I'm not all that familiar with the plot of it because I've never really followed all the Life is Strange games. They haven't really been my cup of tea.
Well, what's it called? You don't. This is a whole new plot from what I understand.
I know
so,
it's in a
like, they all
separate
are.
universe, but yeah, I'm just saying I'm not all that familiar with it. But
It's going for the feels, basically.
yeah, those type of games usually do, I think.
Yeah.
The
about
thing
it-
that seems. Yeah, you go ahead.
The special thing about it seems to be that so one of the two main characters, so it's twins, and both are assigned female at birth, gender-wise, but one of them is a trans man. So they want to present the character as authentically transgender and like actually make a real character of sorts who is transgender and not like just a bunch of stereotypes thrown together or something. So I think that's really
Yeah, I wasn't sure if that was what was going on from the trailer. Like, I saw people were talking about that, because there is that line saying she just wanted me to be her little girl. And I was like, it's either that, or it could be like, you know, like, what's it called? There are some parents who, like, get very disappointed when they have boys, to the point that they bring them up as if they were girls. So,
But,
either
but
way,
confirmed
it's still
that,
kind of a intriguing story to tell.
But yeah, coming sometime in 2020. I think there was a date on the trailer somewhere, but I missed it. But yeah, if you're into Life is Strange, give this game a try. It looks along the same lines. Anybody got any more news bits?
I saw. I mean, I don't know if this is news, but I saw that Detroit Become Human is coming to PC.
Yep.
Yeah.
At that point, it just kind of made me go, "Why did I buy a PS4 again?
Yeah, exactly.
I thought this was supposed to be an exclusive."
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like Kingdom Hearts 3 is going to come out on anything else, but still, you know, that's
Yeah.
like the two games that I bought a PS4 for. That one of them's become unexclusive.
Lucy is suggesting we should play Detroit Become Human.
Well, what's it
No.
called? Dave and I were talking about doing what's it called? It wasn't David Cage games, but David Cage games is something that I will be doing at some point, either on my channel or through YAR. But we were talking about what's that other company with the whiny teenagers in the mountains? Until Dawn.
Narrow it down
Until
for
Dawn.
us.
Supermassive games,
Until
I
Dawn.
believe.
So. Yeah, I bought a PS4 to David Cage games. They're crack.
I will only participate if you all don't mind me just ripping David Cage a new one throughout the whole thing.
That's the whole beauty of it. Like, like as much I enjoy playing those games because they are terrible. It's that guilty pleasure thing. Although, like, what's it called? The only one that I haven't actually finished was Beyond Two Souls. I just get so bored halfway through it that it's just like, fuck this, I'm out.
Beyond Two Souls starts out pretty fucked up too.
Oh, they're all fucked up.
Yeah, but that one
There's
especially-
only like really a worthwhile segment of any of them, and that's the beginning of Fahrenheit, and then
Yeah.
that goes downhill.
I mean,
Until Dawn
just
has a
don't wanna-
sequel?
Yeah, I just don't want to
No,
play.
so
Not a
any,
sequel.
I don't want to play any David Cage
Yeah.
games out of principle because it's him I have to thank for the meme that is now the bane of my existence.
Oh, right.
Narrow that down for us.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Does Until Dawn have a sequel? I know that there's
No,
a
it's-
couple of
it's
other
not-
games
it's
in
not
that
a
universe.
sequel. They started a series of shorter games which are
Oh, yeah.
in the same sort of gameplay and same sort of
Oh,
story
okay.
presentation.
Oh no,
but-
well, Hidden Agenda is a different type of game, but Hidden Agenda would actually be a lot of fun to play with YAR because the whole thing with Hidden Agenda is that everyone that's playing has a mobile phone and they help make the decisions together.
Right.
So that would be a fun. I'm pretty sure that's not the same company as Until Dawn, but
No, that's a
Until Dawn
different
are
company.
working.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
Until Dawn they're working on like shorter like anthology type thing. Dave was
Yeah,
telling me about it,
it's-
which is when we
yeah.
were saying, yeah, let's do Until Dawn. We should do that first.
It's
So-
the Dark Pictures anthology, a series of standalone branching cinematic horror games that can also be played online with a friend, which is interesting. So the first one came out around September, and it's called Man of Medan. And I've watched a playthrough of it, and while it actually seems somewhat lower quality than Until Dawn, I presume because the budget was way lower. It's still pretty interesting. It's still not bad. It's an interesting story. It's presented pretty well. You have some meaningful choices and interactions. So it's fun, and like the concept that you can play it together online with a friend is very interesting. I think I haven't seen people do that yet, but I am interested in seeing that and even perhaps trying it myself with someone.
And I think the only other game sort of like that I'm considering streaming, or much to the chagrin of Grundislav, would be Erica.
Hmm.
There was a talk about it at GDC, not GDC.
Yeah, and I had to bite my
Adventure
tongue to make sure I didn't go around being like telling people my opinions on that game because I didn't want to insult the creator.
Never insult the creator. I have no idea what
No.
that means.
Yes.
Anyway. So,
I mean, what's it called? Famously, Phoenix Online allowed me to like lay into Silver Lining for like half an hour, and then at the end of it went, okay, we hadn't heard of some of those before. Sure.
After opening it with, look, we know all the criticisms, let us have it.
all right,
Bring it
so that's it for the news. So we are going to move on to the topic and/or topics, which, as I said at the top of the show, in case you missed it, you came in late. We're letting you guys in the chat pick what we're talking about today, and could be one thing, could be several things. Just depends on how many requests we get, and how long it takes to talk. Why is everybody dancing in the corner of my eye? I have no idea.
This is
anyway.
fabulous crap.
Well, yeah, and I was stretching and cracking my neck.
I wasn't sure what was going on. I just saw movement over here. I didn't know. But anyway, yeah, yes, like he did. Except, not sure if that has anything to do with adventure games, but yeah, do like Z Natoto did and tag me in your topics so that I can easily see them. We do have one game-related topic from Dan Nask, though. He's basically wanting to know what each of our picks for Game of the Year of 2019 would be. And I'm going to let you guys take that because I haven't really had time to play all that many new games, so I don't know if I would really have a pick.
Yeah.
God, ease us in, why don't you?
Yeah.
I've barely played my game for the stream yet, so I should get on that. I should really finish it before I go ahead and stream it.
Oh, this has been a weird year
Jackbox
looking back at my
Party
channel.
6.
Yeah, there we go.
It's pretty good. Actually, I do like Tangle Tower. I played that recently, and there will be a video going up on that, early plug. But yeah, I enjoyed that one. If you like detective games where you actually do a detective, do a detective thing. You don't
wait.
do it.
Yeah, I was about to say,
Phrasing.
do it, detective. Hey.
Sorry, let me clarify. When you fuck a detective and No, when you actually do detective work. So that's high
You
up
need
for
more
me.
games where you can do a detective, says Pickle Dog.
Yeah. Agreed. Whichever way around you're talking about, agreed. I might have had the Outer Worlds on that list if I'd got round to playing it yet, but that's my reward that's my reward for doing a video. Which hopefully soon.
I'm hoping to get into the Outer Worlds at some point.
I haven't played enough new games yet myself, but as mentioned earlier, I really enjoyed Hypnospace Outlaw, well, the original version before the modding update just came out. So that's definitely one of my games of the year. Then I also thought it's not a full game yet, but the Crimson Diamond demo is really good, and
looking forward to the full game of that.
Yeah, very much. We're also going to be showing that off during the December marathon. I'm very much looking forward to seeing Darth Helmet play it, possibly with Julia, but so I have to figure that out. Elsinore I haven't gotten around to playing yet myself, but it looks really good. It's
I'd call that pick number 2 of games I've played this year.
Time warping Shakespearean.
That's pretty high up there.
Sorry, yeah, it's really cool. And also a non-adventure game, Untitled Goose Game.
Oh yeah, that one.
Just a lot of
the
fun.
meme game of 2019.
Goose.
Every year seems to have one.
Except the goose.
Fuck the goose. Or wait, what?
The goose.
And the detective.
Yes.
Threesome going.
Fuck the goose detective. There we go.
I play it.
One that detects geese, or a goose who is also a detective.
Yes.
Yeah, Ivor gets me hard, so yeah, it's fine. Anyway.
Are we sure Trolls isn't here?
Speaking of Trolls, I've been enjoying his stream playthrough of Little Misfortune. It's a lot different than the previous game was, Franbo, but it's still really fun and interesting. Like he's been indicating, there's like a lot of like very creepy and macabre stuff, and like very dark stuff, like underneath a seemingly sparkly and joyful presentation. So that game is very interesting as well.
Vuz will be back in a minute, don't worry.
Yeah, the name is very evocative of that particular theme, because Little Misfortune is like, well, it is obviously horrible things going on, but it's little, it's fine, it's little.
Also, who names their kid Misfortune? That's just that's just problems.
All I could say, I mean, no, all due deference to the creators of that game, really, but I mean, I'm playing it by proxy, by way of editing Trolls' streams of it, and man, that game makes me uncomfortable in so many ways.
I'm lukewarm on it, both in terms of being comfortable with the content of creepy man talking to small child, and of just in comparison to Fran Bow, because that comparison is impossible. It was the last game they put out, and Fran Bow was pretty well received.
The creepy man talking to small child is tame compared to what the small child herself is doing. That's what makes me
also true.
That's the thing that makes me like it, because it's just such a clusterfuck of a game, pretty much. But it's presented in such a sweet and innocent and deceiving way that it really catches you off guard, I think.
To say the least.
Would you say that the creepy man talking to the child is more creepy than the story line, the story in the Samaritan Paradox, where it's the father?
I mean,
spoilers.
I mean, the Samaritan Paradox, there's a heavy level of premeditation involved over a protracted period. No, I don't want to rank those against each other. They're both not the good.
I haven't played enough games, enough of this year's games to be able to pass judgment, but I have a feeling that if I had and I was, Disco Elysium would be pretty high up on my
Oh,
list.
yeah.
Yeah, that one sounds really
Yes,
good.
it looks really good. Yeah.
It's one of the ones I want to
Yeah.
dedicate a chunk of time to, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
kind of
And
can't
well,
right now.
it's technically not a game of 2019, but I got to play an early alpha version of Rosewater, which is Francisco's upcoming Western adventure game,
And it was
it's really good.
shit.
No. Well, I found some
It needs a
bugs,
lot of work.
but,
A lot
yeah.
of
well,
work.
It does
still
need a lot of
works,
work.
but it looks really
mean,
good.
early
and
alphas
it's
tend
really
to
fun
need them,
play,
so
I
yeah.
think so.
Yeah, the
looking
platforming
forward
just
to
isn't
more
quite
of
there yet. But, a little bit of
Yeah,
polish.
Actually, I've always said that if I was going to make another game outside the adventure genre, I would go with a cinematic platformer.
Ooh,
Oh.
yes. Yes,
AKA
please
Prince of Persia,
do.
that type of thing.
Yeah, Prince of
Another
Persia,
World.
Flashback, Another World, that sort of thing, yeah.
Heart of Darkness.
So is this because
never-
of the rotoscoping, or is this where the rotoscoping came from?
No, independent of the rotoscoping, although I totally would, but just because that's my other favorite genre.
Yeah, I love that genre as well. Yeah.
Anyway.
All right, so.
Oh,
Who
question
You got
in the
anything?
chat.
Ooh.
No?
Oh, and, but also
that's basically our picks for Game of the Year 2019. Before we get back to chat topics, which we've only got one other, tag me. Anything. But anyway.
Tag Gemini
within
this game,
reason.
tag Gemini this game,
Yeah.
tag Gemini this game.
Here's a sort of a kind of tangential follow-up. What adventure game out there do you really, really wish would have a sequel, but it's probably never going to happen for one reason or another? For me, it would probably be Contradiction, because I absolutely love
Oh
that
my
game.
god! Yes.
Yes,
Contradiction.
it totally
2 would
needed
be
a sequel,
amazing.
but it's probably
Yes.
not going to happen now due
Oh,
to the sad
sadly.
passing of Paul Darrow. Rest in peace.
yeah,
Avon. Rest in peace,
I
Avon.
just saw him.
I didn't know he died.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
I just saw
Oh.
him on a guest spot in an episode of Toast of London that I was watching last night, and I was like, "Hey, it's the guy from Contradiction."
He was great, and I loved the game. Yeah, I wish there
Mm.
would be a sequel or at least a spiritual successor, a game
Yeah.
in the same style by the same people.
Which I mean,
Because Contradiction was really great.
yeah. To be fair, his death doesn't necessarily preclude a sequel. They could write it into the plot.
No.
But still, I mean,
Yeah.
he was kind of integral. I mean, I'll be honest. It's the only reason I got the game. It's because he was in it.
Well, yeah, I think they did intend to do a sequel, but like they wanted to start working on it right after, and they didn't or they couldn't. So now it's definitely unlikely that it's going to happen. Still, I wish it would. Yeah.
Okay. Everyone knows my answer is going to be Toonstruck 2. So
Yeah, I
you
was
can think
I was
among
also
yourselves.
going to say Toonstruck. Yeah. Because it's just an easy answer. But also I have to think.
I'm gonna say The Wolf Among Us.
Oh yeah. Well,
Interesting choice.
it's become more likely, I think, now that Telltale has
Is
come
it?
back. Yeah, well, they said that it was one of the licenses that they wanted to now create a sequel of, but I don't think that was confirmed yet. So I'm not sure.
They
It's
have been
gotten
kind of
likely.
quiet after that announcement, so I'm not holding
Yeah,
out hope.
well, yeah, but I mean, they need time to make something. Even if they are getting up to speed again, they need time. So I think it's normal that they're quiet. So let's just hope, wait and hope that something good comes out of the rebirth of Telltale. But yeah, it's a bit too early to tell, but it is kind of likely because they said that they want to do it. But who knows?
So I would. People are probably expecting me to say Laura Bow 3, but I have many thoughts on that. We've already been through that. But
not the one that was announced.
no, definitely not the one that was announced.
One that actually has licensing.
Yeah. But actually, we were talking about it earlier. But Pepper's Adventures in Time. Get yourself a bit of an entertainment hit.
Somewhere Anatoly started hyperventilating and he doesn't know why.
Yeah, how about Gag, the Infinite Mystery? What's it called? There's supposed to have been a sequel.
No. That one game of that was enough. I think Iggy Fu has just given up.
Actually, I think
think
there
we
is
all
a sequel.
have.
It's just only in Russian.
Oh yeah.
Called Gary's Vacation.
Yeah. Anybody got their hands on 13th Doll yet?
No, but is no one gonna say what we're all thinking? Don't we want
Space
the
Quest
Orion
2
conspiracy to?
I was trying to spare Icky
No,
for that.
Icky is completely.
I'm sorry, Icky, I tried.
We could even call it the Gemini conspiracy.
Leave me out of this.
I think Ikifu has gone to jump
Ikifu has
off.
already gone to commit seppuku. We don't need two of us doing that.
It's a constellation too.
Hey, get out of the kitchen!
Get your head out of the oven.
There are knives in there!
It's a table.
It's a
Oh,
table!
Ah,
What?
classic Icky antics.
Sorry, what did I miss?
Oh, nothing.
It's a table.
It is a table.
But you know, the game that we are all really thinking about is a Golden Wake 2, of course.
I mean,
A bronze.
Or I mean, the Ulysses
a bronze
game.
shower.
A broken.
No.
Well, yeah, no, that's true.
I would see the
Golden Wake does
Doctor if
have
that's the case.
A Golden Wake does have a sequel. It's called Backdoor Man.
Yeah. Oh, best
So
game
there you
ever.
go.
Now, how about Backdoor Man 2?
Anyway,
Ulysses gets out of
killed
jail.
the conversation.
Yeah.
He's thinking.
Uh-huh.
Anybody else got anything to add? The dog does, but anybody else?
My brain isn't working. I'm trying to think.
Well,
I'm trying to think where Day of the Tentacle 2 would go.
Oh yeah.
Did anybody play that fan sequel?
No, I
of
did
the
download
Tentacle?
yeah,
The
I
one that
think
demo
I saw
came out.
Trolls playing that. Is,
Yeah.
that. is that the one that had Sam and Max in it?
Yes, it
Yeah.
was.
I
And
didn't like it.
the production values were really good, but
Yeah.
it was one of those situations where it was like, man, if only you put this much time and effort into something original.
Yeah. Or at least just the story,
It's
because
strange that we don't say that about Quest for Glory 4.5.
yeah, because the sound.
That's because they didn't put any effort into Question.
I thought the writing was there.
It's actually quite long considering.
But yeah, the Day of the Tentacle fan
That's
sequel
what-
was basically like, let's see how many references we can cram into this thing.
Yeah, pretty much.
And saw the
yeah.
story.
That's what Hilda the Centaur said.
But yeah, Quest for Glory 4.5. Well, that and we still need to plan the bonus stream or event or however we're gonna do it of Quest for Glory
Yeah.
4.5, and also finishing the Quest for Glory 1. Let's ruin.
Yes.
So we're going to plan those sometime soon. Well, you know, when we get around to it.
And again, don't forget to give us your feedback on the marathon stream, because
Yeah,
we thought it
yeah.
went quite well, but if there's anything we've missed, we'd like to correct that. Or at least factor
Yeah,
it in.
Actually,
let us
since
know
the
how
next
shit
one
it
is in
was.
3 weeks.
Yeah, let us know
Lucy
on
Phonic
Twitter
asks-
or in the YAR Discord. Yo.
Lucy Phonic asks about Quest for Glory 4.5. Was that the one where they stole screens from King's Quest? I mean, stole is such a harsh word, but they definitely used.
Pilfered.
Yeah, they used backgrounds from the VGA King's Quest as well as Conquest of the Longbow
Oh!
and
Hi,
some
Trolls.
Quest for
Just
Glory
showing up.
games. And hello trolls.
And he's on the restream bot, so I can't put him on timeout.
But they actually implemented them fairly seamlessly, I thought. Anyway.
I would walk
Some-
500
Please stick
miles.
around,
and someone
Trolls.
would walk
We're gonna
500
be playing
miles,
a
and Iki
special-
would walk 500 miles. The other half, you're just staying here. You ain't going nowhere.
Yeah. What's it called?
I would walk 500 miles and stay there. It's not as
Charles,
romantic, is it?
If you've got time to stay around, please do, because we have a very special mode of Jackbox playing.
Yes,
sometime
yeah.
before
We'll
people-
we'll get more into that in the plugs later. But getting back to the topic, Siriar asks, is there an adventure game that you had a dream of? Not like you wish such and such game existed, but like you had a dream about that adventure game's characters or something like that.
No, but I had
I mean-
I designed an adventure game puzzle in my sleep literally the other night.
Ooh, nice.
What?
I was dreaming that I was at Adventure X, and instead of the
Ooh.
quiz, there was like I had to design. Okay, so let me back up a little bit and give you a little bit of context here. When I used to live down in Miami, they used to have this this local newspaper sponsored event called. It used to be called the Tropic Hunt, then it was called the Herald Hunt. Basically, it was Dave Barry, who's a comedy writer. He would design all these puzzles, and it was like they would pick a neighborhood in Miami, and like they would set up the puzzles, and the puzzles were basically like performance art. And the answer to every puzzle was a number, and then at the end you had to use those numbers to solve clues, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, my dream was that I was at Adventure X and I was designing a puzzle of this type for the Adventure X people to solve. And I remember, oh man, what was it? It had to do with sandwiches. I remember now. So the puzzle was that there was like a witch on stage, and she was like, the audience had to identify what kind of witch she was, and she was gonna pour like sand on herself. And then there was also like an insert, like an advertisement that had prices for sandwiches, and the price of the sandwich was the answer to the puzzle. And I woke up and I was like, that's really not a terrible puzzle for this type of thing.
So, type of witch.
Well, yes,
Yeah.
she could be she could just be wearing a witch's hat and then like pour sand on herself, or she could also be like,
I just got that, you son of a bitch.
yeah.
yeah, see, it works, right?
He's okay. I haven't had a dream about an adventure game. I did, however, like I think it was 2011 when I had I was really sick. I did dream about Dead Rising, to the point that I actually punched my wall while I was
Oh.
asleep.
Oh dear, ouch.
And I
Ikifu,
I
would that be
bloodied all my
advisable?
knuckles. It was fun.
I can't say I recommend it.
No, I definitely did
Yeah.
not recommend it myself. Luckily, it
Yeah, I
wasn't
mean,
a
you're setting the
plaster
bar
wall.
real high
it
here.
Was, it was a wooden wall.
Yeah,
But,
almost. Tell me you didn't.
like, how high? That
No,
high.
I did not.
Okay.
I'd have to go that high for that, but I didn't go that high.
I had interpreted Sierra's question differently. I thought that he was asking which adventure game we learned something from, or which we gained something from.
No.
I thought it was a
Which-
different question.
I don't think so.
He asked about that the other day, but he definitely said dream this time.
Yeah.
Well-
Yesterday for you. For your
Yes.
Australians.
Like
I
the
thought it was
specific
Yeah.
question
interpreted
of what
differently.
game have you dreamed literally in your head, not as a wish of? Example, I dreamed I had extra adventures with Guybrush's ship in Monkey Island 1 fixed and in good shape. With
Oh,
new
okay.
screens to go. Also, I dreamt I played Ultima 7.
And I was confused.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, we've been talking about maybe doing a YAR dating sim game.
No, that's
Visual
Nightmare.
novel.
That's different.
I get it, like, because when you were talking about
I
it on
think
Dave's,
it's a good
you just
idea.
mentioned the men. You just mentioned
Well,
the men.
that's because Mark was asking about the man, but it's...
And apparently,
it's
I'm no
whoever
longer a
wants
part
to
of it
be
because I'm
in
not on
it.
YouTube anymore. So great.
That was Mark being all presumptuous. No, it's pretty much whoever... Well,
Being sassy.
I was pretty much thinking, like, I talked before about doing the... creating a game in collaboration with other YAR members and the community. And I was thinking maybe that this could be the game project that I could do, creating a visual novel-ish, or maybe point-and-click adventure. I don't know, but that would be more difficult. Dating sim with VR members, but you know, it's something we really need to discuss, because I know it's something that could make people uncomfortable, or
Yes, going on a date with me would make people uncomfortable.
no, not in that way. Like
No,
just the
stop.
people who would be involved.
Just quit while we're ahead.
I would want everyone to be on board with that, but I think it's an interesting idea because I don't know. I think there are fun people in the crew. People might be interested in seeing how a date with them could potentially go. I don't know.
I think it would probably work better if rather than actually be like true to our actual selves, we just were each a cartoon.
And pop our
Well, yeah, of
personas,
course.
yeah.
Like a
Of course
very
it's-
exaggerated
yeah,
version of
yeah,
ourselves.
yeah. Of
And
course, it's not
archetypes
going to
and
be completely how we would act in reality. It'll be a cartoon version, yeah.
I mean, it is sounding a hell of a lot like
Or
Asagao
YAR.
Academy at the moment,
Yeah.
but
Well,
hopefully
yeah, that's
two
what-
of them don't turn out to be absolute arseholes.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. I thought a game in that style, but yeah, hopefully without the assholes, indeed.
Well, meanwhile, as I keep my fingers crossed that the call holds up till the end of the stream, because I noticed the cameras are flashing all over the place, we'll do one more topic. And don't worry if I didn't get to yours. I would be very surprised if this is the only time we do this kind of thing. So, be thinking of more for future episodes. But anyway, Xena Toto, forgive me if I'm pronouncing your name wrong, says, if you had to choose an adventure game that would best represent your personality, which one would it be?
An adventure
Question for the
game,
panel.
that's-
Avuzel looks like he's addressing someone in the chat with his mind. I think it is.
What did I miss in chat? My chat.
So by that response, it's clearly true. The comment of his that interested me was next year for Adventure Jam, he's doing an FMV
Yeah.
game, and we're all going to be in it. But
Yeah.
we'll wait for him to come on before we discuss that one. Game
Yeah.
that represents my personality.
I'll start, and I mean, you're probably going to be expecting this answer, but I suppose it's true. It's Myst, or really the series in general, except Revelation. Yeah, no, because
It's okay. It's not a missed game.
yeah, exactly, yeah, in name only. But yeah, I mean, I just there are times when I just want to be alone, away from everybody else, and I like taking things at my own pace, and the Myst games just sort of best embody that for me. Cop out answer maybe, but yeah, it's true.
Oh dear God, that's a good question.
Ooh.
I would actually probably say Laura Bow just because it's that analytical observance thing plus comprehension that kind of is my whole raison d'etre. But at the same time, that means I have to be walking around just bumbling into everything. Laura's an
And
idiot. Have I
continually
mentioned?
speaking in a southern accent.
I'm a Southern Belle. I'm gonna
I'm
solve
Laura
some sexy
Bow.
crimes.
Sirius trying to probe
Or-
trolls for
it's a
who
very
Avuzel
different,
is undressing, so the chat's got its own fun game going.
Gemini, you thought your missed answer was a cop-out answer? I've got the ultimate cop-out answer.
Let me guess.
Backdoor man.
No. I'm just going to say that all of my games speak for me. Because as their creator,
So backdoor man.
there's a little bit of my personality in every one of the games I've released. So yes,
I
even
mean-
Backdoor Man.
To be expected. But all right. How about this? Not counting your games, which game would it be?
Oh,
Ha!
well.
Ooh.
We can give you a moment. It's fine.
I would say for me, there's a lot in Thimbleweed Park that I identify with, like Dolores, that character. I identify a lot with her.
I mean, you do bear a
And
certain
just-
resemblance.
A little bit, maybe.
She doesn't, what are you talking about? She doesn't look anything like Ray's. Ray, which one does it?
I mean, the joke was ruined anyway because she
Ray
name
was the
dropped
female
Dolores.
one.
Just give up, Gordon. Just give up.
Yeah, it's abort.
Yeah.
I know, like also the absurd nature of the town and how it's all eventually revealed to be created by an AI, not a real place. I don't know.
Spoilers!
Well, we played
Ah.
through the game on stream, so,
Yeah, we don't have to finish it now.
Yay!
we did finish it. There's just
Actually,
a
I'm
lot of
gonna change
I
my
find it
answer.
interesting and identify with.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna change my answer to Zork Nemesis because I'm serious and deep, but I'm also inherently goofy.
I mean, by that logic, I'd probably pick Grand Inquisitor just because of my sense of humor, if you can call it that.
Well, on that basis, I was thinking Toonstruck, because you've got two sarky bastards right there in the lead. However, there's other things that game goes into which are not representative of my personality.
Ooh, or are they?
I'm not. They are not. I have just finished saying that.
I mean, you say so, but...
That is exactly what I say, yes.
Yeah, but is
But
it?
it is. Do you have any further questions? It is. It really is.
Are we doing the argument sketch now?
No, you hang up.
No, you.
Okay, bye.
He will do it.
Not live. He'd have to redo the layout. I'm not doing that to him.
Aw.
DM,
I mean,
absolutely.
it would only be once, because if you did, I'd kick you from the call.
Yeah, fair enough.
Weasel, you got a game you identify with?
Well, this is the representation type thing, wasn't it? Yeah. I really wouldn't know. It's like,
It's not an easy question.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
fair.
it isn't.
in some cases, like in the space quest, I'm kind of almost like Roger in a way.
Yeah.
I don't know.
My laptop is about to run out of battery, so I gotta move.
Like jammiest bastard in the universe, that kind of thing.
Full of jam. Yes.
The man is a golem made of horseshoes. I'm not getting off of this train. You should have been
Meanwhile-
dead
meanwhile,
within 10
Trolls-
minutes of Space Quest 1 starting.
Speaking of Space
I
Quest,
mean,
Troll
that's-
says the
that's
game
exactly what
represents his
happened to me.
personality is Harvester. The world makes no sense to him, and he wants to inexplicably kill everyone. Cool.
I'm so happy to be in YAR all of a sudden.
Yes.
That's
All
how you
right.
know my
Oh no,
address.
I didn't recently get Rama, Lucy. I've had Rama for a long time. I've just never played it. Probably about 2 years I've had Rama.
I think you can get a shot for that.
Siriar says,
Yeah.
Troll said he's tired. I don't think that matters. But anyway, we'll do one more quick one. What adventure game, this is from Siriar, what adventure game do you think no one or almost no one has heard of?
Well, that used to be Toonstruck for me, but
Yeah.
got on GOG and everyone discovered it again. So I don't even get my hipster cred anymore.
Aw.
Yeah.
I know.
I
what
knew it was
Rizzo
before
gonna say.
GOG.
I don't know if...
What?
It's probably not fair to say no one's heard of it, because I think a fair people have seen it, but still, more people could deserve to see it. Raccoon, which I played for last year's end-of-year stream. I think it was last year. It was one of the end-of-year marathons. But yeah, definitely more people need to see that. Raccoon.
Yeah. I said I know exactly what the Rizolka is trying to say. Bless you, by the way.
Ooh,
Gesundheit.
you okay, Rizolka?
Yeah, I just woke up with a bad nose today. What am I gonna say, friends?
Yeah,
Let's
but
Actually, I wasn't even thinking of that. I was thinking of
Quite right.
Rizolka.
Damn.
I was actually thinking of Le Faire Molov
Oh,
because
that one.
The one you forgot was a titty game.
I didn't see that scene. I wasn't watching that when I was actually recording it. I walked away to deal with Gabriel. But what's it called? Oh no! Actually, I've got another one. Ghostly Desires, and I don't mean the one that I was working on. There's a game called Ghostly Desires from 1995, where Jocelyn from Phantasmagoria 2 is a sex ghost, and she
think I've
makes
heard
you
of that
solve seventh. She makes you solve seventh guess-like puzzles.
Ooh. There's a good reason I haven't heard of that one.
And then she makes you watch a porn scene, that soft porn that's been.
Why haven't I heard of this one?
As in, she's in a soft porn scene in the game
Well,
with your
this-
character, or
no,
she literally
well,
puts
this
on
is-
a video and makes
She
your
literally puts
character
on a
watch it.
video that's random porn.
she rolls out one of those old, like, CRT
Yeah.
TVs on a metal roll cart. She puts in the
She's a
VHS,
ghost and she does it.
and
She's
it's
just like,
yeah.
I knew there was a
Yes,
reason I
I'm
looked forward to
hungover
seeing
today.
those at
Watch a
school.
video.
So I really want to get that running for FMV Club. There will probably have to be some censoring involved, but I think it'd be fun. The fun thing about Jocelyn from Phantasmagoria 2 is that even though like I don't think she's nude in this at all, she actually was a
what's the
very
fun?
big soft porn actress.
Oh yeah.
So it was just kind of like, oh, what, like, you know, like, I think Victoria Morsell, who's Adrian from Phantasmagoria, did one, but this woman did multiple soft porn movies. So it's just like, oh, well, this should be interesting. But yeah, definitely, I don't think anyone's heard of that.
Unfortunately, I think my answer for this is the Orion conspiracy. It is my cross to bear.
You actually
would
want more
say-
people to see that?
No.
You sadistic bastard.
They keep it. Well, I did make a video about it, so I guess technically yes. But I'm the one who had to suffer playing through it, apart from trolls. That was my one bit of revenge for having me sit and commentate with him. He had to play it and record the footage.
I had played through the Orion conspiracy way back when too, so I'm one of the few people I think that knew about it. So I share your pain.
Although you had to get it running at the time. Arguably, that's worse.
So yeah, more talk about Kappa in the chat. Joel says you won't need to censor anything anymore. Thanks, Kappa. And Lucy, like we said towards the beginning of the show, I don't think everyone is in danger of the $42,000 fine. It's just like
Thank God.
really egregious offenders, those who are actually trying to go out of their way to break the law. Just regular old uploaders like you and me, we're fine. But
I'm glad you enjoyed yourself, trolls, doing the cool commentary.
yeah.
Even if it means you were having fun playing the game. Damn it! My revenge is ruined.
I think on that
back
note,
to,
we're going to start wrapping it up unless anybody else has got any other
I
picks
wanted to
for
say something.
games that nobody has heard of.
I just want
well-
to point out that Pickle Dog said that he would play the Onion conspiracy, and I would too.
Cool.
Sounds infinitely more
Yeah.
interesting.
That
Summer, what'd you
one's
wanna say?
better, yeah.
What,
Um,
everything the Onion has put out is actually true?
Well, it's,
Yeah.
In today's crazy
All
world.
right, hang
Not
on, guys.
true.
Hang on, guys. Summer.
it's not completely unknown, but I think a game that isn't as known as I would like it to be is Fable. That game is just so absurd and bizarre and just
Oh, you mean the
funny.
first
I
I think one of us disagrees.
It's kind of a bad game, I guess, but still.
Really? Where?
I think it's interesting. I actually want to stream it someday. I think it would be entertaining.
I mean, the ending can fuck off, but there is some bits
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah, maybe not. Maybe the ending is just that. I don't know. There are good parts, I think. Well, enjoyable parts at least.
I made the same mistake with that as I made with the Orion conspiracy. It had SVGA graphics, and that was pretty much my only criteria. So
Yeah.
just
That
Harder.
yeah, that's not a good way to evaluate.
no, it's not. Learn from my mistakes, children.
All right, and there we're going to start wrapping it up. I know we got a couple more points in the chat, but like I said, save them for later. I would be very surprised if nobody heard that door slam, and also if this is the only time that we do this chat pick and the topic type thing. It's fun. It's a neat idea. A lot of hard questions, but it's a neat idea. Stuff to plug. For me, I've got a quick time event episode coming up all about Metroidvanias, and like I said earlier, it will not be on my YouTube channel because more or less my YouTube channel doesn't exist anymore. The channel is still there, but
He gone.
all the videos are gone, and I'm moving everything over to Twitch. In fact, once I've uploaded this episode, which will probably be like early to mid-December, hopefully not later than that, I'm going to start the process of moving my old reviews over there. And possibly some Let's Plays as well. I've pinned a list of Let's Plays to my Discord, which I'll get the link to that and I'll post it in the chat. But I've pinned a list of my Let's Plays to the Discord, and as people pick them, apologies for the folder, but as people pick them, I will consider moving them over. But yeah, quick time event, Metroidvania on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/GeminiDoesGames. If you haven't already, go and follow. Anybody else?
Seriously? I know we make a big joke about this, well, at the moment it would be follow Gemini does games, but do it. Do
Yeah.
it.
Do it.
You
On Twitch now.
do it.
Or still subscribe. I'll take the money. But yeah, follow me on Twitch.
Yeah. Donate everything.
And
you
there's the
can
link to my Discord.
to the Get Gemini a Burger Fund. Well, I've donated to it multiple times.
No, Pickle Dog, Twitch does not need a bell. The one thing Twitch does not need is to follow YouTube example. Fuck that.
Smash that follow button, unless it then says
Smash it!
that you're not followed.
Smash it!
In which case, smash it again. That's a little long to say at the end of every broadcast.
Who's
I can
got
see
stuff
why
to
people
plug?
don't do it. I do. Well, it's
You
not out yet, but
plug
I
away
will
then.
very soon have a video on Tangle Tower on
Oh, cool.
my YouTube channel because
Looking forward to it.
I apparently am not afraid of being fined by the FTC being in a different country, or I think this is all going to blow over.
Yeah,
Maybe I've
again,
just not
like I
thought about
said,
it very
I
much,
don't
but-
think average, everyday Joe uploaders like us have anything to worry about.
But,
I mean,
that's what
still
I'll
be
doing
careful,
soonish.
no doubt. If nothing else of YouTube than anything else, but still be careful. But I don't think people like us are in the line of fire, so to speak.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't actively make your videos look like they're for children and then put in things that are not for children. It's just not what you do. Also, we have set the YouTube Adventure Roundtable YouTube to mark everything as not safe for kids. There's an
Oh,
option
we
to do
had
that.
never saved.
Or not made
Yeah.
for kids, I believe is the
Yeah,
actual
we are
fancy
Yes,
definitely
term.
yes.
not meant for children.
We are really not meant for children.
No.
Bow chicka bow wow.
That's me.
Yeah, so I will be streaming tomorrow. I was thinking about doing Jackbox, but we're going to be playing Jackbox right after this. So
Are we going to be streaming that?
Yeah, I'm going to be doing that. I'm going to stream that for
Okay, so
everyone.
yeah, stick around after YAR Talk. We'll be doing
Yeah,
a special
when
YAR
this comes
themed
down,
Jackbox.
Mine will come up. Yeah,
Shall
but
we just raid you then?
However,
Should we just raid you
okay.
then?
No. I'm going to do it on the YAR channel. I've got it ready.
Okay.
So
Sure.
we're coming back here. But what was I going to say? Yeah, so streaming tomorrow. Since we're doing Jackbox now, Grundy, are you interested in doing more Karandi?
Tomorrow?
Sorry about that. Hit the
Yeah.
wrong button.
No, I can't tomorrow, unfortunately.
That's
Sorry.
right. We will find something else to do, even if we just end up playing Jackbox again. No, I want to save that for the Aussie takeover.
Backdoor Man 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could stream Backdoor Man. No, wait, we can't because there's nudity in it.
Damn it.
Well,
So we
it's
can stream
pixelated,
it.
but yes.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
Francisco, how could you-
streamable.
It's rotoscoped.
Yeah.
Actually, no, it's not. Did you know that? Actually, the sprite in. Oh. Everything. Oh, never
What?
mind.
Did you
the-
robot?
The sprite
He
in
roboted
back.
briefly.
I robotted.
Yep.
The sprite in Backdoor Man is just a paint over of Alexander from King's Quest 6. At least his walk cycle is.
You
Nice.
Hopkins FBI'd it.
I did.
Oh, God, yeah.
Nice.
It was for a game jam. I wasn't gonna rotoscope a whole set of walking animations when I could just paint over them.
I mean, number
Especially
one, you
with the nude
rotoscoped
model.
for a game jam.
I didn't rotoscope for a game jam.
No, he didn't.
What did you just say then? Because I'm clearly
said-
misheard.
No, he didn't. He said he didn't.
I said I wasn't,
He wasn't
going
going
to
to.
rotoscope for a
Right.
game jam when I had sprites easily available to paint over.
That's what paint over is different from rotoscope. Okay.
Yes.
Well, I mean, what do you call it when you paint over yourself for these Rosewater dev streams?
Halloween?
Rotoscoping.
Yeah, that's rotoscope. I mean, anyway.
The difference is you're taking original footage and painting
Yes.
over it to rotoscope. Whereas if you're taking an existing sprite and then just changing it to look different, that's painting over
To
another
look
sprite.
naked, yes, yeah.
Yes, exactly. Oh. I undressed him when I already had my base sprite, so it's not like I was looking at Alexander going, "Ooh, let me see what's under that watermelon tunic. Please take off the scarf."
Well, like,
young
what's it
man."
called? Because there's hacks of certain Nintendo games where they make nude models
Yeah.
of the characters. So
Of course
there's like
there
nude
are.
Barbie and
Wait, this surprises you?
and lesbian
It
tennis.
surprises me that there's Nintendo games.
But the nude Barbie patch it's pathetic. It's literally they just made her flesh colored and there's like a pink dot in front of her to represent her nipples. That's it. She's flat chested. There's no shape to this body. It's just straight down.
Look, we're not body shaming Barbie here. It's just not.
No.
It's not right. Does anybody have
she's
anything else to
pernicious.
plug? For the love of God, anything at all.
Summer
Yes,
does.
please, let's move on.
Website. Summer, go for it.
Well, speaking of website, on yarventure.com, you'll be able to find more information about our upcoming Adventure Game Showcase 2019 stream on December 14-15. So that'll be the last charity marathon stream that the YouTube Adventure Roundtable will be hosting, so to say, this year. What
Or
is-
ever. No, just this year.
No, just this year. No, we don't have any definitive plans for next year yet. But let's assume we do at least July and December time again next year. So that all has to be planned yet. But yeah, I'm in full preparation mode for that now. Now that Stop Dying Steve is over, for which also everyone who won a raffle prize or a prize in general has been contacted and has either already received the Steam key that they won or shall be receiving the personalized message from Josh Mandel or the Quest for Glory collection big box signed by the Coles that Trans Solar Games gave away. Those prizes have all been arranged to be received by their recipients whenever possible. So yeah, that's all in order. Next to all that charity marathon stuff, speaking of, Rizalka mentioned the Aussie takeover streams, which will be returning sooner or later. The Eurotrash takeover streams I've been doing with Space Quest Historian are kind of on hold at the moment. They may return before the end of the year, but it seems unlikely with Trolls' upcoming baby. Yeah, we don't know what's going on with that right now.
As
We'll
for the
have
Aussie
to-
one, I've got to speak to Dave and Darth about when we're going back to Zork. So
Yeah.
watch
So
this
we all
you
space.
never
have
did
to
finish
figure
that,
it
did you?
out, Yeah.
Yeah, no, like Dave had to go on a hiatus, and then when he got back, it was just too close to other things,
hmm
like
And
going to go visit someone.
and as of now, there are no plans for a Merkin takeover, so.
Yeah, work
Maybe
on that,
someday.
you two.
Maybe someday. Yeah,
Why?
you and Pete, yeah.
Because we have a theme going.
Why, when we've got other countries to do it for us? That's
Yeah,
the
exactly.
American way.
Yeah, really.
I think you'll
outsource.
find that's the British way.
Actually, we could get even more specific and just do like a good old Southern boy stream. If it's just you and I, Gemini.
Ooh, that's
I think you
good.
just
You're
killed
in
the
New
idea
York,
for him.
Yeah, yeah.
You're no longer
Biscuits
Southern.
and...
I like
well,
the idea.
yeah, I guess that's true. You're
Yeah.
right. Oh well.
Which means it would be just me, which means you might as well go to my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Gemini Does Games. Leave me a follow there. We're going to wrap up, I think.
I had one
Yeah.
more
Go.
little thing.
Go.
Next
Okay.
hour, I'm going to hopefully start streaming Freddy Farkas on my own channel next week. That's the plan. Hopefully on Monday, but we'll have to see how things go with my work schedule and stuff. So, Freddy Farkas, the game that Rosewater maybe should be a little bit more like.
Oh. Good night, everybody.
Well, that came out of nowhere.
All right.
I have
Let's-
something to
Let's
promote.
finish this. Oh,
Real quick.
okay.
Last word.
But
If you haven't yet, please consider buying Lamplight City. If you have bought Lamplight City and you've played it on Steam, leave a review. There's an update coming very soon for those of you who already own it. It's free. It won't break save games.
Ooh.
And it'll be hours worth of content, at least worth one replay.
Ooh.
Oh,
Ooh.
interesting.
Maybe
a
I
big
can
Latin
talk
mode,
to
isn't it?
Dr. Freddy Farkas.
What? All I'm gonna say is no comment.
Okay then,
That's all
we're
I
going to
got.
wrap it up here. Again, stay tuned here on YAR Stream. Shortly, like within a few minutes or so, we will be doing a
Yeah.
special YAR themed Jackbox stream. So stick around. But as far as YAR Talk goes, that's going to do it for us. Thanks to everybody for watching, and thanks for submitting your topics. And yeah, that'll do it for us. Later.